Hello, everybody, and welcome into another Merlin Live with me, myself, and Mario. And we got a great episode prepared for today. This is part 2 of our Merlin Live question and answer. You can ask us anything you'd like in the live chat, not only about the application. We're going to be going over connecting your exchanges and creating an exit plan today. So it is a pretty exciting episode. We're going to start it off by talking about some relevant topics from today's week. Just 2 to 3 minutes here, Mario. But first of all, how you feeling? And thanks for being here.
I'm feeling great, Abs. Yeah, I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to another Merlin Q&A. This is the place where you can find, learn how to use Merlin and also get some questions answered. So if you are using Merlin or are thinking of using Merlin, while we get into this talk, think about some questions, put them in the chat. We'll be addressing them live.
Absolutely, Mario. And just to start off today's episode, it kind of goes on. This week, we saw several exchanges crash. We saw Uphold, Kraken, definitely Coinbase went down during this parabolic bull run. And one of the things that was more important than ever was having an exit plan, exiting while these markets are up, exiting while these exchanges are running, taking profit on the climb to all-time high for Bitcoin. We touched as high as $69,000 and then fell all the way to 59,000. If you didn't have limit orders in, you were locked out of your exchange for almost all of that price action. Were you able to execute on any of these exchanges, or what were your thoughts on some of the biggest exchanges in America going down while the market was going up?
Yep. I mean, unfortunately, nothing new in the space of crypto, but, being in 2024 and especially Coinbase being the company that it is, a public traded company, it is, when it comes to crypto, it is the kind of the household name, Coinbase. So you would expect it to be better prepared. I think that, Coinbase needs to do a better job at obviously being the number one platform for crypto purchasing and selling. They're definitely doing a great job at making it super accessible and easy. They need to make sure, like being in 2024 again, we need to make sure that this is not happening anymore. Of course, Kraken too. Like Kraken is one of my personal favorites. I didn't actually know that Kraken went down, so I'm a little not surprised, but I mean, I didn't know, but not surprised being in crypto. But we really need 2024. We really need this stuff to not really happen anymore in 2024. Abs.
Here's what's important to know too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mario. I apologize.
No, it's all good. I was just going to add to the other part of your question. I didn't. So I'm still a little bit far from on my altcoins. I've had a little bit of profit taking on some altcoins, like Solana, but other than that, Bitcoin, I sold some. I wasn't expecting for us to get to the all-time high so quick, so I sold some at early 50s. So I don't have anything part of my exit strategy right now, so I didn't suffer from the exchanges being down.
Coach JV made a great point in his YouTube video today where he said this: Wall Street wins in the end, guys. And what did we see at the beginning of this year? Wall Street entered the crypto market with the Bitcoin spot ETF product. And so, Mario, what I think we're going through right now is just a simple case of supply and demand. Right now, there's about 10,000 Bitcoin being purchased off the open market every day. There's only 900 new tokens being produced. If that continues, we're going to continue soaring. And I hope all of our listeners have an exit plan, guys. But Mario, I'd love to get into some of the components that we're going to talk about for today's episode. First, let's get into how simple it is to connect your exchange. Whether you use your ledger, whether you use Binance.us, Uphold, Coinbase, Kraken, all of these exchanges seamlessly connect to Merlin and allow you to create an exit plan so you can take your crypto portfolio to the next level. So for anybody who doesn't know, click on the link down below this video. You can test out the app 30 days, absolutely free. Let us know, give us open feedback about the product because we're very excited about what we've created. And Mario, especially during this past bull run, we have been getting tons of positive feedback from our users about executing on their exit plan during these times when prices are rising. So very, very cool. I'm going to give you the open floor about connecting exchanges, and then we'll talk about the value of what this does for people using Merlin.
Absolutely, Abs. Yeah, you're 100% right. And, there's a lot of crypto trackers out there, but we really kicked it up a notch by allowing you to not only track your crypto, but obviously taking profits out of the market, which is crucial as we enter this bull market. So we're going to focus on the simplicity of adding your wallets and your exchanges. Once you've signed into your Merlin account, this is what your assets page will look like. This blue button at the top, this blue button is located at the top right of every page. So it makes it super easy for you to just click and connect your assets. We have two ways in which you can connect your assets. The number one way I personally recommend is having it connected automatically. So this way, Merlin will automatically pick transactions and automatically track your balances, but you also have the option of adding coins manually. So for those people that feel some type of way of connecting their wallets and exchanges, you do have the option to completely take it to your own hands and track everything manually. Do bear in mind that obviously you have to track your buys, your sells, so it does involve a little bit more work. The other thing about our manual tool that is amazing, and one of the main reasons why we built it, is because there is such a widespread of wallets and exchanges that are available, and it takes time for Merlin to be able to offer every single one of them. So we wanted right off the bat to give everyone the opportunity to be able to create an exit strategy in Merlin, whether your wallet or exchange is available through our automatic connection. And that's why we've got the add coins manually as well. For that, you can literally just create here any wallet name that you have, where you're holding any crypto, and then Merlin will track the balance of that crypto going forward for you. But if we look at how to connect a wallet using the automatic way, we've partnered with Vesgo. And right now, this is the list of wallets and exchanges that we support. So we've got the most popular wallets, the most popular exchanges already here. We're actively working to add more. These are thoroughly tested, beta tested in the background before they go live to make sure that everything is working seamless. So by the time that you get one of these listed, you just connect it and it's going to pull your transactions and pull your balances.
Mario, and really quickly, I just want to read through a couple of these for our listeners. Anyone who uses these exchanges should be using Merlin. We have Binance.us, Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, Exodus Wallet, Paul. Gemini, Kraken, MetaMask, Ledger, Uphold is on this list. And I really want to emphasize this. The value of Merlin is allowing you to figure out exactly what your profit will be during a bull run. You need to have exit targets in order to realize profit. Floor is yours, Mario, and then we'll continue.
Thank you, Ab. Spot on. Yeah, and connecting these wallets and exchanges really is as seamless as possible. For example, with Coinbase, Coinbase has done it in a way where you press this button, a prompt shows up for you to put in your email and password, and then you can, just like that, connect your Coinbase account. Some of these other ones, like for example, with wallets are always connected using the wallet address and then by selecting the network. So super simple as well. All you need is the wallet address for your wallet, and you can connect it that way. We do have some of these connections that have been like sort of improved, so you don't have to manually put the wallet address. For example, with Ledger, we have a tool where it automatically opens your Ledger Live and prompts you to select the wallet that you want to connect to Merlin. So that adds a little bit more to the simplicity and makes it better, so you don't have to get the wallet address and paste it into Merlin. But it is super simple. Once you've connected one of these wallets, Merlin will then begin to sync and pull in all your transactions. It can take a little bit of time if you have a lot of transactions, but the good thing is that it happens in the background. You can immediately navigate away from the page. And I'll just show you guys an example. Let's say you've already connected some wallets and exchanges. They would show up here under exchanges. Now, for some reason, it doesn't show you the drop down when I click here, but I've got a list of exchanges here, and I'm just going to click on one of them so you can see what happens. So Binance US, this is an exchange that we've connected, and we can see it's pulling in our assets. We can see an overview of what we have in that exchange. And guys, just added in the last couple of days, I found out today. Oh, did I stop sharing? Oh, there we go. Just added in the last couple of days that I just found out today. You can now see the value of your holdings. And it doesn't show it, unfortunately, but you can see the value of your holdings, or you can see percentage of your holdings. So not only can you see what your holdings are valued at, but you can also see it by percentage now in this donut graph, which is pretty amazing. So we listened. People have been requesting this pretty much since day one, and we've been able to add it. So thank you to the developers team that works day and night to make Merlin the best tracker out there.
Absolutely, Mario. And I want to reiterate something as well. Merlin doesn't custody any of your crypto. We don't keep any of this information on our books. So we are using a third-party Vesgo to connect to your exchange and basically enhance the capabilities by allowing you to create an exit plan and sell at specific price targets. With that being said, Mario, floor is yours.
Yeah, that's a very important point. So when Merlin connects to your wallets or exchanges, thank you for bringing that up, Abs, because I know it's a concern for some people. We only get view access. There is no way that Merlin can execute a sell, execute a buy, or even transfer your crypto. All we're getting is view access to your wallets and view access to your exchanges. Actually, with wallets, you can, I usually explain it like this. As I just showed you, Merlin pulls your wallet balance and transactions using your wallet address. If you were to grab that wallet address and go to an Ether scan or a Binance scan, you'd be able to see the exact activity for that person's wallet address. So that's all that Merlin's doing. It's only pulling in data that's publicly available. Again, we're not going to be able to sell or execute anything for you. So it's super secure. And Vesgo has bank grade encryption. So it takes it to that whole other level of security.
Mario, another thing I'd like to state is when you're connecting yourself to these exchanges, people will often ask, well, what does Merlin actually allow you to do that these exchanges don't allow you to do? And that's where the exit plan enters the conversation. Merlin has a very unique, and I don't know if we can share it on our screen, Mario. Do we have any current exit plans that we've already created in this account, or do we have to do that?
Because we do. Yeah, we created one last time for, I believe, XRP, so we can show that one.
Perfect. So we'll display this on the screen, guys, just to show people if you don't already have Merlin, or if you do have it, make sure you're creating an exit plan and leveraging this part of the application. So for this example, what we did is we set exit targets at $1.50, $2.50, $4, and $6.75. As you can tell, it shows you the exact amount of coins you're going to be selling and your profit that will be realized. If you scroll down a little bit more, Mario, we'll also get tax estimates on these sales and figure out the total sell target if we realize all of these price targets. Meaning, if we sell all the coins that we plan to sell, that's how much money we'll make in the process. And on the left-hand side, that is the estimated check we'll be writing in taxes. So pretty cool for anybody who doesn't know. Mario, floor is yours when it comes to the value of setting up an exit plan. And I do want to get into what this does for exchanges as well. But what have you noticed about Merlin that separates itself from maybe some of the other applications in the market?
So a lot of applications give you the ability to create price alerts, but they don't necessarily give you the ability to create an exit target. So with an exit target, as you just outlined, we're able to see exactly how many coins we need to sell at that price point and what that dollar amount is going to equal out. So not only can we foresee kind of what our profits is going to be, but we can also prepare ahead of time. By preparing ahead of time, then Merlin makes the alert seamless. So you get alerted when you're 15% away from an exit target, you get alerted again when you're 10% away. And then one last time when not one last time, you get alerted 5% away, and then one last time when you're at the target. So we've designed Merlin because we know how fast crypto can move sometimes. And we've certainly seen it over the last few weeks. We can go up 15-20% in literally an hour. So we've made it so that these notifications go out really early as possible, 15% away. So it gives you time to prepare to sell. Now, it's obviously a good practice for you to be prepared ahead of time, have maybe a portion of your coins that you foresee to sell ready on multiple exchanges or one exchange, but multiple would be best. But we definitely make those alerts so that you can execute on your strategy, which is the most important thing.
Mario, one other detail about the exit plan is that we started off this show talking about how exchanges went down when Bitcoin went volatile, right? But if you had an exit plan and you had your limit orders placed on these exchanges, it wasn't a certainty, but some of those limit orders did get through. And Coinbase even clarified in an article that you weren't allowed to place new orders because the display was malfunctioning. But if you did have a limit order set, it was not affected. Very, very interesting. And that only adds value to what we're saying right now. Make an exit plan, get in your exchange and set these limit orders. That way you can realize profit when these exchanges go down, or at least hopefully if they stick to their word. So Mario, I think we can go into a couple of other things as well. But Jeremy asked an important question. Jeremy says, a question I got asked was, how do you download your transactions? Do you have the answer to that, Mario?
I sure do. I wouldn't be the manager of customer support if I didn't know how to answer that question. So let me make Jeremy proud. So well, all you got to do is once you've connected your exchanges or added the transactions manually, then Merlin keeps a track of all your transactions here in the transactions tab. So if you navigate over here, you can then, again, it's not going to show you the drop down, but you'd be able to filter it by the exchange or wallet name. So if you wanted to see, by default, it's all, but if you wanted to see just, for example, Uphold, then I would select Uphold and I would get a breakdown of all the exchanges. Now, the beautiful thing is downloading, as the question was, downloading your exchanges is your transactions is literally as easy as just pressing this button, download CSV. When you press this button, boom, your transactions are downloaded in a CSV file, which then you can use to provide either to your accountant or for some tax software and it makes that super easy. You can also see a breakdown of the type of transaction, the date, the coin. So it's also a very good place for you to make sure that your transactions are, I guess, recorded correctly. So if you have a buy that's supposed to maybe be a transfer, sometimes exchanges and wallets categorize it that way. So it's also a good place for you to be able to categorize your transactions accordingly.
So basically just simplifying the process of, and this is great because you can actually sort by exchange. And Mario, I don't know if, can you scroll up briefly and click on that tab? Is that tab able to display on the live? So what that does is basically will pull up every exchange or wallet that you've interacted with on the Merlin account, and it will show you every single transaction that's taken place. This is a game changer. Anyone who's done crypto taxes before knows that this right here is probably the most difficult process of filing your taxes when it comes to crypto. So the fact that you can get these recorded transactions from Merlin is a game changer. So Mario, floor is yours.
Yep, you're 100% right, Abs. And yes, so I don't know why it doesn't show. I guess because I'm not sharing my entire screen, so we'll fix that for next time. But when you click on this, you basically have a drop down and see my mouse disappears. I am literally hovering above all the different exchanges that you have connected. And when you click on one, it then selects it and it refreshes and shows you the transactions for that specific wallet or exchange. But obviously, for tax purposes, you would want to leave it as all and then download the CSV. And then in the CSV, you can do the same thing. You can scan through it, organize things, recategorize them if you have to or if you need to. And so, yeah.
Mario, one of the things that we were talking about with an exit plan is setting exit targets. And so I'd love for us to just pull up an exit plan because this would be valuable for our listeners. And we can kind of go in and just discuss the process of, well, does that mean I have to sell 100% of my tokens? If not, how much should I be selling? When you're creating an exit plan, what is some basic information that you think people should take note of?
So when you're creating an exit plan, obviously knowing your average cost is very important. That's going to allow you to kind of see what your next exit target could be. I personally like to do the Fibonacci levels, and I know that we published a video here on YouTube made by our founder Johnny Crypto, where he shows exactly how to use the Fibonacci tool to create or to determine or to see these levels. All the Fibonacci tool is just percentages. So you're able to see these levels that cryptocurrency prices typically, not just crypto, but assets in general, they typically tend to get to those levels. So that's a way that I personally like to do it. Obviously, as you're creating an exit strategy, I like to think of it something very personal. Some people may want to specifically take a specific amount of money out of the market. So that's one way you can create an exit strategy around your goal of how much money you would like to get back. Maybe your goal of getting your initial investment out. So you may create the first two exit targets as kind of your de-risking targets where you're taking in. So if you put $500 into a specific crypto, then maybe your first two targets are focused on getting those $500 out and then maximizing the remaining of the targets for the profit, because that's where the profit comes in. So again, there's so many different ways to go about an exit target. But the beautiful thing about Merlin, as we spoke about before, is the fact that it gives you that overview level of your exit target. So this one here has 2 points. If I come here to edit, this is what the create or edit exit strategy part looks like. So as you're creating these exit points, well, first of all, you define what you want to sell and what you want to hold. And then as you're creating these exit points, you could really add as many as you like. So if you want to exit out of a crypto 10 times, then you can exit out of the crypto 10 times. Merlin gives you that ability. And then as I was saying, if you're de-risking in your first two and you want to maximize then the next 8 exit targets, then all you got to do is put in the numbers here. So let's say I'm going to obviously have to change this to a lower number. And I'm going to put like a 20% here. And let's say here I want to sell at $10. I want to see what that looks like. Immediately, you're able to see how much in dollar value that's going to be. So you can, see if that aligns with your target and with your goal. And together with the Fibonacci, you can then see if those price targets are realistic. Because typically in a bull run, an asset tends to go up to the 4.236. In crypto, it's actually normal for some assets to go way beyond that. But I would say the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you're probably just going to see them reach the 4.236.
I agree, Mario. And if I'm talking about creating an exit plan for somebody who's just taking part in this for the first time, there's 2 things I would emphasize. One is having a goal, right? You have to have a number. You have to have a standard, something you're working towards in order to be satisfied. hypothetically, let's use a $10,000 number, right? So set that goal of $10,000. The next thing you're going to do is say, how do I get there? And that's where Merlin comes in. But the second thing I always try to do is what Mario had mentioned, getting your initial investment out of the market as soon as possible. If I invest in a project and I put $100 in and it goes to $200, I can take my $100 out and just be playing with house money from that point forward. That is what the big boys do. So there's always a plan here, not only to get out at a certain time, but to get your initial investment out at a certain time as well.
100% abs, 100%. And that's certainly a strategy that, a lot of people like to use. And yeah, there's so many different ways you can go about it. But Merlin giving you that ability to see kind of real time of what it's going to look like, that's really the power. And it gives you the ability to be able to make a choice on how you want to act on it. I know that we had a couple more questions in the chat, abs. I don't know if you want to jump to the next question.
Yep, let's do it.
So we had a question. How do I set up notifications for buys and sells? So the notifications so we don't have notifications for buys, but we have the notifications for sells on based on your exit strategy. So that part is automatic. Once you've created an exit strategy, you're going to be notified once you're 15%, 10%, 5%, and then at the target. But you obviously do need to make sure that your notifications are turned on. So in order to do that, you're going to hover into your profile, go into settings. Let's confirm, say that we want to leave. And then on the left side under notifications, here's all the different notifications that we offer. So close to an exit target, this is where you're getting notified at those percentages that I just mentioned. And then exit targets have been reached. Now, although we don't have notifications for buys, we do have notifications for when there's sudden price movements, both up and both down for the assets that you own. So once you've connected your exchanges and wallets, or you added it manually, those assets are going to be monitored by Merlin. And if there's a sudden move up, you simply select this option here and you're going to start getting notified. And the same thing, if there's a sudden move down, then you select this one here and you're going to start to get notified every time there's a significant move both up and down. So you could utilize this notification for the down one. You could utilize it as kind of your like buy signal. If you've been waiting for the market to go down so that you can maybe DCA, then getting a notification from Merlin saying that your specific asset, let's say engine, is down 50% that day, then that's going to trigger you to go into the exchange and maybe DCA into it. Some of the other notifications that we also have notifications for when an exit strategy has been created or updated. We have one for a coin I own is sold. So again, if you're connected automatically, once those transactions get pulled into Merlin, then you get a notification. Same thing for bought. And then sometimes, this is a really cool one, abs, because I just found out last week I had an airdrop on my Ethereum wallet that I didn't even know I had. And I didn't get a notification from Merlin because this airdrop was from before Merlin existed. So had I had this set up and my wallet set up and this option turned on, I would have known that I received an airdrop. And it was on a different network. I had to wait to know, but this is a really cool feature. I receive an airdrop, staking, or interest. So I really love this one.
That is
and
cool.
Then obviously and then obviously one of my favorites too is this one right here. Each day with a digest of my portfolio. So that means at the end of the day, usually midnight Eastern, you get an email from Merlin that states what your portfolio value is, what your profit and loss is over the last 24 hours, and then your percentage. So I love that one because every day I wake up in the morning, I look at that email and I kind of see how my portfolio is doing over the past 24 hours. And obviously
and
overall.
That's the biggest game changer with Merlin, Mario. We emphasize the exit plan, but remember what this app does. It takes all of your cryptos, whether it's on a private wallet or on an exchange, and it allows you to track them through one location. That's been my favorite part about this. I don't have to go to Coinbase and then Uphold and then Binance and then my Ledger and do the math anymore. I can just go to my Merlin account and see all of that data and information right in front of me. We also got another question here, Mario, because we only got about 4 minutes left in the episode. This person said, upon purchasing a new token in my Merlin holdings, I cannot get it to add unless I delete my Coinbase account and re-add it. So he is Go ahead.
We can certainly take a look at that. Sorry to cut you off, Abs. Yeah, we can certainly take a look at that. It's not supposed to happen. Whenever you do purchase a new token, it is supposed to show up in Merlin. What happens sometimes is crypto is very disorganized. And we've found out, by obviously creating Merlin and working with this, we found out that it's very disorganized. What I mean disorganized is the way that exchanges report data can be different to the way that price aggregators like CoinMarketCap. We use CoinMarketCap specifically, but even for example, CoinGecko, the way that they report data sometimes is not the same. So what I mean is a specific token, Coinbase could be calling it a name, and then CoinMarketCap has it under a different name. So what we have to do a lot of times is we have to manually go into the database and fix that. Our lead developer does that. So what could be happening is that it may be a deeper issue. So what I would say, Albert, is press this little blue chat right under here. This is going to bring you our support. And here you can go ahead and press on send us a message. Click on send us a message and explain the problem that you're having. And then our customer support team, including me, will do our, obviously we'll take care of it for you as soon as possible.
And here's a good detail, guys. You're not going to get that AI robot like you do with Coinbase when you use the Merlin application. We are real people in this app giving you help. So that's a huge difference from these big corporations.
100% apps. Yep.
And I got another question, Mario, if that's okay. So we got one more question here. Can we sell through Merlin? Said this person on Twitter.
So we cannot sell directly through Merlin. Again, as maybe if you just joined, so Merlin only has view access to your wallets and exchanges. So we are not able to execute either buys or sells for you. I think that's on the roadmap. I don't want to spoil it, but I think that's on the roadmap. So maybe one day. But as of the time being, Merlin is just your portfolio and exit strategy alerts. So you do still need to go into the exchange. You do still need to move your coins if you have them on a wallet into an exchange, or if you want to use a DEX, you do still need to manually do it. But again, I want to emphasize the fact that we do give you, a head notice by notifying you 15, 10, and then 5% so that you have time to prepare.
And this person is watching on Twitter. So I want to say we got 29 people watching this. First of all, smash that like button. But second of all, remember, you can go in and test out our application 30 days absolutely free. So for example, Claus Loaf, as this person's name is on Twitter, they can get into Merlin, connect their exchanges, use all of our tools, get instant access. And then if they don't like what it is, they can cancel their subscription and go on, and there will not be charged. It's very, very simple process. But I do want to reiterate these two things. One, the reason we can't buy and sell from Merlin is that we do not custody your assets. We're not holding your cryptocurrencies. We're not storing your data like an exchange. What we're doing is we're an interface. We allow you to see these assets and interact with them, but we don't custody anything on our end. So it removes a lot of risk. The second thing I would say is you still have all of the same accessibilities. Like when you're creating your exit plan through Merlin, it's exactly what you're going to go through on Coinbase when you're setting your limit orders. So it's very, very synonymous and very simple. I also want to say you're welcome, Albert. Albert says, big thank you guys in the live chat. That's why we do this show. Hopefully people are figuring this out and finding it very helpful. So Mario, we got like a couple minutes left. Floor is yours.
Yeah, 100% Ab. So again, Merlin, we give it to you for 30 days completely free. Canceling, like Ab said, it's super simple. I almost don't want to show you because I don't want you guys to cancel and because there's tremendous value here, but it really is as simple as going into your settings and pressing the cancel button before 30 days. But, customer support, I want to hone in on that for a moment. So as you guys saw, this little chat widget reaches us directly. Any question that you have, you can reach us 24/7. Where obviously we operate in their business hours, so we will get back to you during our business hours. One thing that a lot of companies don't even offer anymore is the ability to actually speak with a human. So not just through messages, but through a phone call. So we do have the ability for you to call us and speak with one of our customer support reps, which do an amazing job. And you can reach us through phone during our business hours. That's Monday, 12 to 4 Monday and Tuesday, 12 to 4 p.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern. That's where you can reach us through the phone. And then also through messaging. We always get back to you within business hours. And typically our turnaround time, let's say you reach us outside of business hours, we're going to get back to you on the next business day. That's our thing. We are striving to get back to everybody within 24 hours. If you reach us during business hours and we haven't been swamped, there's a chance we will get back to you right away. But, a lot of these apps that offer customer support, you end up like even apps like, big companies like Stripe, you send them a message, you almost have to wait 2-3 days to get a response. And we're always going to do our best to be quick and efficient and have a human interaction as far as customer support. And I think we're doing a great job.
And I think one of the things that Merlin does better than almost any other company is accessibility, right? All of the co-founders and creators of this project are easily accessible. Johnny Crypto, Coach JV, Jeremy, Mario, Gonzo, Jackie, myself, all of us are very easy to access, whether it's on X, YouTube, or within the Academy itself. And I just want to remind everybody, click on the link, check it out for 30 days, absolutely free. It's comments like these that let me know there's some new users here, which is awesome to hear, guys. Go in there, check it out, give us your feedback on Twitter. That's exactly why we're doing this show. And we do have 30 people here. So if anybody else has any questions, whether that's on YouTube or Twitter, feel free to ask them in the live chat right now. But it looks like we're about to wrap it up for today's show. Albert once again commented, Mario, this is pretty awesome. Albert said, this is worth every dollar, my friend. That's a pretty great way to end it. What's on your mind, Mario? And then we'll close it out if there's no more questions.
Yeah, thank you to everyone that tuned in, and thank you for your kind words and support. The last thing that I'll say, we have a ton of information in case you get stuck and need help along the way, getting your wallets connected. You visit this Get Started tab. Here you can find instructions for all the different wallets and exchanges that we support in on our platform. So by clicking on one of these, you can see the step-by-step instructions. Also, here on the left side, we've got the how-to videos, and we're going to be coming up with more how-to videos as the days and weeks progress. So here you can see the videos on various different things, how to get started, how to edit coins manually, and then how to connect to exchanges and wallets as well. So there's tons of information. Once you do reach out, once you do press this button for support, you can also find the links here, how-to videos, and then some of the most popular articles that people tend to click on. So how to get started. If you're signing up today and you're joining Merlin for the first time, I highly recommend you get started by watching this video. Get started in 3 easy steps. This is going to give you a fast track or a fast start in order for you to set up your Merlin account, the best way, with connecting exchanges and knowing the ins and outs so that you can maximize Merlin, because it's all about utilizing our tool and being able to maximize what you can get out of it. And as Albert said, it's worth every dollar. 100% is when it's helping you exit the market and capture some of those profits.
Absolutely, Mario. And if we could just go to the Connect the Exchanges tab one more time, I want to close this thing out by just reminding people how many exchanges Merlin is actually compatible with. Anybody who's using any of these exchanges should 100% sign up for Merlin today and check it out. 30 days, absolutely free. I'm going to keep saying that. It is 30 days free. So you can check it out, use the app, cancel the subscription now. I'm not advocating for that, because I think once people get into this product, they're going to love it so much that they stay. But for anybody who's skeptical about, I'm not sure if I want to sign up right away, get in here, play with it, connect your exchanges, and have fun with the app. That's what it's all about. We are connected to Binance.us, Coinbase, Bitrue, Coinbase Pro, Coinbase Wallet, the Decent Wallet, Kraken, MetaMask, a Ledger device, Trust Wallet, Uphold, Trezor, and the Zoom Wallet, as well as several others. But I don't want to bore people by reading through 20 exchanges here, Mario. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to every single person who tuned in today. We still got 30 listeners here. If you're enjoying this, smash that like button. And of course, ask your questions in the live chat. This is the second episode of a show that we will be doing every single month for Merlin, the Merlin Live Q&A, where we come on here, we show you new features, we keep you guys updated on the app, but we also answer questions about things that could be helpful for all of our listeners. So be sure to engage in the live chat. That's the reason we do this show. Any closing words here, Mario?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we're as Zap said, I want to hone in on that. We're also crypto users, crypto advocates. We love the space. We have been here since day one as far as Merlin is concerned. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. It's good to be able to see it in the hands of people. And again, yes, we're going to be here every week. So if you have any questions that you want to get answered live from me or Abs, then bring it to us. We'll be here every month to answer them. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing day.